I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, no, no. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 no.
There we go. Hey everybody. Oh, better take my glasses off. I got the lights on today. Hope you guys are all doing okay. We're going to talk a lot about Bitcoin here today. To me, I think today is going to be one of the most volatile days for Bitcoin this entire month. We have a couple options here. We'll talk about that. So far, it's looking more bearish, but we did have some decent earnings. I would say more mixed earnings, but it depends on how the market interprets that coming into the early morning here. If the market interprets that well after the breakout that we've had over the past few days, that may lead Bitcoin up for one more leg here. Otherwise, we're going to probably come back down pretty fast and pretty hard. But, let's talk about it here. Hope you guys are all having a good day. What is today, Wednesday? I think it is. Jeez, it's been a busy week for me. But overall, guys, not too bad here, okay? Now, let's go over here to the main part. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll get to them in a little bit here. But you guys can see Bitcoin's chart. We've reached that level 1 price target for the Fibonacci extension level that we always talk about here for Bitcoin. Just like with Ethereum, Bitcoin does have the opportunity to go above that 1 target level, okay? And by 1, I just mean this one line right here. It's the number 1 on the Fibonacci chart. But yeah, so the goal here, of course, is you've seen probably over the last, hour since we have this new day candle. We've seen it be very unpredictable, I would say. But here's my thoughts. Today's going to be an extremely volatile day for Bitcoin, primarily because we have to make one of two decisions. We have to break out above that Fibonacci extension level, which is going to be a hard thing to do because we don't want to just get above it. We want to close above it. When I go over here in the next few minutes over to the 15-minute chart, you guys will notice that we've actually been above it a little bit yesterday, or yesterday's day candle, but we kept on just getting pushed down. That's not what we want to see right here, okay? If you guys are hoping for anything long today, you're hoping that we can bounce and continue to move up above this 50-day moving average just for enough time for us to possibly have a golden cross between the 20 and 50-day moving averages. Now, a lot of this is going to depend on what happens going into the stock market tomorrow, but for now, last time I checked it was negative. It's still negative, guys. I don't know if you guys can read that. Let me zoom in here just a tad. Excuse me. We got the Dow down 0.15, S&P down 0.17, and NASDAQ down 0.2. It's nothing to be too concerned about, and I think that's why the market right now is relatively just going neutral. Now, I'm thinking we're more bearish than bullish, obviously, just because we weren't able to break out above it, but it was because of Tesla's earnings in particular, and a few other earnings, not just Tesla, that I said, you know what, the market can read this any way they want to, because a lot of the numbers today, I would say, were just mixed. But there were little, upsides. Tesla's revenue grew a lot, even though their margins decreased, and that's kind of the story for the whole market, if you ask me. But I think therein lies the opportunity for the market to at least have another short-term rally here over the next few days. Whether or not it will happen will be determined how the market receives it. But from a Bitcoin technical perspective, it looks like we at least want to test out that 50-day moving average. And if we're lucky enough to break out, which is still a possibility here, you can see Bitcoin make a move back up to maybe, let's say, $24,000, maybe $25,000 if it really wants to pop. After that, I think we'd be into overbought territory for sure, and then we would have to kind of have a slight pullback, okay? But now, if we go back over here to the 15-minute chart, you guys will see earlier today we were actually having some issues with the Fibonacci level, Fibonacci extension here. We use this a lot, as you guys know. And what do you call as soon as we broke out above it, things were looking okay. We had a sizable pump, a decent pump. And then what happened? We got launched down. That usually happens when shorts don't want us to go any higher. It doesn't mean we can't, end up breaking back up and doing something really fantastic. But for now, you can clearly tell there is a wall up there, and it's going to be a wall that's been taken out of. It's going to have to be taken out by whales, okay? As much as we kind of want to see Bitcoin go up or down, depending on how your trades are going right now, we need to be able to break above this clear wall up here if you guys want to see Bitcoin take the next leg up to anywhere between, let's just say up to $25,000 because we already passed through $24,000, right? That's what you guys are going to be looking for. And maybe on the short term here, you guys are just looking for maybe something like a small breakout like this. I don't think this breakout is going to really net anything crazy, but at least it would show you that we're breaking out this current downtrend, and that'd be important for you guys to pay attention to, all right? Now, one other thing here on the 15-minute chart, we've been... Don't glitch out on me. Okay, there we go. All right, so far you can see we've been relatively good about staying above the 200 moving average on the 15-minute chart. You can see there was a few times over here, on the 17th, like 3 days ago, where we actually did close down below it. I'm not too concerned if we do get down below this, but I want to see us stay above it if possible. You can already see we actually bounced above it a few hours ago here. I know it's a little bit small for you guys, but that's the gist of it. If we go back over here to the 4-hour chart, which you guys know I like more. So far, I'm getting more worried about the 50 moving average and not so much the 20. I'll be interested to see what happens with the 20 over the next, let's say, 16 hours or so. But you can clearly tell we've broken down below the 20 right here, and then we actually ricocheted back up. So I'm not going to put much faith into it for this round here. I'm going to be looking at it a little bit more from the 50, and if we start breaking down below this trend line right here as well, that's when I might get more concerned about Bitcoin started to come back down a little bit more aggressively, okay? Now, two more things here I just want to talk about on the hour chart. You can already see we broke down below the 20 on the 1 hour chart. We're bouncing off of the 50. If we go back over here, just similar to what we talked about before with the 200 on the 15-minute chart, you can see most of the time we've been staying above it with this one exception right here. You could use the 50 basically instead of the 200 on the 15-minute chart if you guys don't like to look at the smaller time frames as much. Now, moving over to the NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow, the breakouts have continued. That is a nice thing to see. I was a little bit hesitant today because you guys know the market was freaking all over the place for a little bit of time before we eventually started moving our way back up. And, I mean, I can go back by these one by one here. As far as the NASDAQ, just like Bitcoin, we also matched our price target as far as the Fibonacci extension level, and I think that's why we ended up closing right below it today. I do think with the earnings that we saw earlier today, we have the opportunity for the whole market to kind of boost back up above that level here. And then, of course, as far as the NASDAQ is concerned, that next level of resistance is pretty much right up here around 12,891. And what is that? Maybe like a few percent up? Yeah, like 3.5% up. I don't think we're going to get higher than that. If we do, I'll be surprised, but I've been surprised a lot during this rally, so don't get me wrong there. As far as the S&P, also another breakout here, just tapping on that Fibonacci extension. Now, again, you're going to notice these Fibonacci extension levels work a lot right now, just because we're having some minor reversals, right? Let me get rid of this Fibonacci extension tool for now, though, and you can clearly see, just like with the NASDAQ, we did break above that 50-day moving average here, closer and closer to a golden cross opportunity on the 20 and the 50 moving averages. Just as a warning, though, the last time we had this golden cross, it actually followed the larger move, and because it was in a bear market afterwards, we really just tanked afterwards. So, you know, don't treat this as something that's extremely bullish. It is going to be a bullish sign, but pay attention to what's happened before the cross actually occurs. By then, we might have already rallied up quite a bit. And what I mean here is, if you guys actually look at this, when we last had this rally that actually caused the last golden cross, look at that. We had an 11% rally over here, maybe a little bit above 11%. Over here, we're currently at 9. 11% might get us, back over here to 4 or 5. I think we could actually probably rally a little bit higher than that, but that's where things get a little bit more tricky, okay? And the last one here, only probably that one, put that back. There we go. And then you can see 402 over here actually fills that gap. That's also another price target if you want to aim a little bit lower, which might be more practical in a bear market, actually. Okay, last one here as far as the market's concerned, the Dow Jones also breaking out, also hitting a Fibonacci extension level today. Overall, still doing fine, guys. These breakouts are doing fine. This one was a little bit more concerning because you can see a few days ago it opened up at a really good level and it just crashed a little bit more aggressively than everything else. This one is actually a little bit closer to a golden cross here. I'm hoping that the Dow over the next few days can actually try to hit this one target level, which will take us up to 32,380. And then from there, I think that's when the market may start to teeter back down if the NASDAQ really does get rejected by this next level in tandem with the SPY. The NASDAQ, as you guys know, is actually already there at that one target level. Now, and it also kind of matches up with this gap here. Something interesting, though, over here, similarly to what we saw with the last rally, the golden cross didn't really do much here. It had a little bit of a pump, but overall, we just kind of kept on coming down here, guys. So just be aware of that. I just want to let you guys know that's kind of the state of the overall stock market. It's healthy. It's fine. You know, maybe I shouldn't say healthy. We're doing okay right now. We're kind of having these nice low breakouts. Not many stocks are actually breaking out, which is kind of interesting, just mostly the indexes here. A lot of stocks are heading for those resistance levels to see if they can break out. I'm hesitant to see if they will break out or not. Maybe if they have good earnings, but if they're not having earnings right now, that probably not. But yeah, that's the gist of what's going on here. Now to move over to whales. Oh gosh, this is going to be more complicated now. We got like whale number 7 or 8 now, and we got that mixed up with like whale number 13 here. So whale number 3 is no longer whale number 3. Let me see if I can actually just find this for you guys so I can actually clarify the numbers here, because you guys know I'd like to just say whale number 3. But as you guys can see, whale number 3 is now a Binance Bitcoin Reserve wallet. That is not what we're looking for. Whale number 3 is now whale number 8. Okay, whale number 3 is now whale number 8. Just so you guys understand that. And that is this wallet. Oh, no, that is this wallet right here, okay? And that's where we saw all the Bitcoin being moved out of this wallet and transferred into this wallet right here, which is now... is this one right here? Wallet number 16, maybe? No. I can find this out here, actually. Wallet number 11, I guess I would say, right? There we go, yeah, wallet number 11. So it was a different number yesterday. There you go, yeah. So you're seeing a lot of money being moved in and out of wallets. I don't exactly know what's going on here, but just no major movements over the last few hours here. What's today, the 20th? We had some more Bitcoin moved into this wallet here, 500. But overall, from the main wallet, excuse me, what am I looking at? There we go. From the old wallet number 3, no more Bitcoin has been moved out of that wallet, so that's kind of a good sign for us here. It'll be interesting to see if this, these whale games, as they're called by many people on YouTube, if they actually result in Bitcoin coming down here over the next few days. You guys know that usually when money flows out of this wallet, old whale wallet number 3, the market usually tumbles a few days afterwards, okay? Sometimes it's the day after, sometimes it's like 4 or 5 days after, but usually it's tumbling down afterwards. I know most of you guys don't want to hear that, but that's just kind of the pattern that we've seen. I think it's like 5 out of 6 times when money gets withdrawn out of the wallet, not sold, but just withdrawn, you do see a problem there with the market going forward, okay? But in the short term, guys, there's some place for you guys to check out. Bitcoin's still looking like it wants to break out here in the future. We'll keep a closer eye on this. By no means is Bitcoin showing some extreme weakness. We're basically just waiting to see what happens over, I would say, closer to tomorrow morning about what happens when we start rolling into this 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. As far as some of the other things here today, guys, Dogecoin is still coming down after that pump. A couple of you guys shorted it down yesterday. Congratulations to you. You guys know the philosophy. I have a thumbnail for it too. Dogecoin, when it after pops then drops, usually it's a good idea to short Dogecoin after it pops, as long as you guys have that safety stop loss there. But so far, Dogecoin came back to that support level, and it kind of bounced off very quickly, actually. Maybe I should just show you guys on the 15-minute chart. You can see bounced right off of it, came right back up. You saw all the shorts probably that were shorting up here. They kind of got squeezed out or just took the profits, one or the other. And so far, Dogecoin does continue to grind. Hopefully, we can stay above this trend line, though. That can actually keep Dogecoin a little bit more bullish than bearish at this point in time. At least that's the hope, right? Now, moving over to Ethereum here, this is where we had a little bit of concern. We were talking about this yesterday, is we didn't want to break down below this line. You can see we had a clear breakdown. You see after we broke down, it was a pretty aggressive move coming down to retest out the 20 moving average, again, on the 4-hour chart. If you guys are new to the channel, this 4-hour chart here this week is going to be big, right? But going over here to the 15-minute chart, you can see they clearly tried to dump us back down. We tried to get back up, and we weren't able to really do so. So now we're kind of consolidating, and that's, as you guys saw, because we bounced off of the 20. So I think if Ethereum breaks down below the 20, I think that's going to be a bad move for Bitcoin dealing with its own 50-day moving average, okay? That's my little connection for now, because we do know that Ethereum broke out before Bitcoin, and that's why I was getting more excited. I was like, uh-oh, look at Ethereum over there. Ethereum is probably going to be pulling Bitcoin up, and pull up Bitcoin it did. Not as much as Ethereum went up itself, but you know what? That's fine. Bitcoin going up helps out the entire market. Okay. Other coins out there, ADA actually reached 55 cents. I was pretty jealous that I sold it at 50 cents here. I missed a little bit. I told you guys I had a feeling it could pop up even more, but I followed my little thing, my strategy. So I ended up making over 100% profit in a few days, but still, I wanted more. Going back over here to Ethereum Classic, similar story. It's coming back down, breaking down below the 20 on the 4-hour charts. Something interesting here, though, is this: it's barely staying above this Fibonacci extension level of all things. Wasn't able to hold the 20, but it's trying to hold the Fibonacci extension level here. I think you're seeing a lot of altcoins just in this holding phase, waiting for Bitcoin to make the choice to break out above the 1 level on the Fibonacci extension or break down below the 50 here. And once that move is made, you can see, that Ethereum Classic can definitely fall down a lot very, very quickly. But again, just you want to see what the NASDAQ does tomorrow here. XRP is somewhat similar. It's trying to close above the, it's trying to close below the 20 moving average here. You can see it's been bounce. We didn't close down below it, I don't think, a few hours ago. We were close this time, but now we're looking to see if we can just stay above it. That's more questionable here, guys. That's more questionable. Quick little tidbit here. The dollar index is still going down here. We tried to break out of the 20 moving average again on the 4-hour chart. Was not successful. Going back over here to the daily chart, though, you can see more importantly, we did bounce off of the 20 here. Last time we did not. That kind of matched up with Bitcoins if you were paying attention towards the beginning of the stream here. But overall, we still have this uptrend. There could be some say here pretty soon if there's more regulations coming in the EU, or I should say rate hikes across the world, that may help weaken the dollar enough for assets to be more risk on. It's still going to look pretty hard, but maybe we can reach a peak sometime over the next month or so, maybe 2 months if we don't get lucky here. We do have rate hikes coming pretty soon though, guys. So we should be watching this fairly closely. And one more, here's the monthly chart here. We are still kind of going up on a month by month basis. So don't get me wrong there. We're just hoping we can eventually slow down a little bit here. For those of you guys that want Bitcoin to go up. All right. Now, we got STMX here as well. Let me probably go over to the daily chart here for this one. We don't need to look at the 4-hour chart. STMX is one of those coins that looks like it's going to have a golden cross here pretty soon in the first time in a long time. Last time we had a golden cross, it had a major move. That was nice to see, although it followed the move, but afterwards it still kind of had its own little thing here. I like STMX a lot because it does have these random pops out of nowhere. I have not bought any more STMX. I'm thinking of doing it if Bitcoin is able to hold these levels going into tomorrow. I'd be happy to see that. And then from there, hope that I can have a 10 to 20% pop out of nowhere and see where it goes. I'm going to be risking about 4 to 5% loss on this trade here. It's more of a fun trade for me because I just like to buy STMX just for the heck of it. But yeah, keep an eye on this one yourselves. Now, we've already seen SHIB have its own golden cross. Hasn't really netted out much, but it's still moving up here bit by bit. This is facing a Fibonacci retracement level here and a Fibonacci extension level. Both times it just hasn't been able to break out above it, unfortunately. So I would say close above it. It's been able to break above this one at least, but not close above it. It's still okay to go up here. SHIB still has a lot of potential. I think there's just some worries about what will happen in the stock market because we know the stock market is really dictating where Bitcoin goes right now. And if the stock market goes down 1%, Bitcoin goes down 3%, and the altcoins go down 10%. Now those are kind of made up numbers in my head, but you guys get the gist how it kind of spirals out of control. We're hoping that the Bitcoin can, along with the NASDAQ and SPY and Dow, can all kind of continue these breakouts that they've started to do over the last few days, and that could get SHIB all the way back up here to this next level of 1317. SHIB actually has an okay chart for continuing the boom here. I just don't want to see this higher lows broken down. You can see low, higher low, higher low. I don't want to see that higher low broken out of broken below. Okay, I want to see them stay strong and try to push us up one more time. Stop losses if you want to trade this one are definitely required. Okay. Things like FTM, they popped up. They've done fine. They're kind of just resting off of having a really big, powerful couple days here. And by that, I mean within 2 days, it ran up like 37%. That's quite a bit. It's just cooling off from that. All the day traders exited out of it. You may see more day traders come in now that we have a new daily candle. Now, Matic has been something interesting as well. Probably best to do... Well, how do I want to do this right now? That's pretty accurate. We can just go read to the 4-hour chart. You can see what happened when we broke down below the 20. This was a good trade here. Whether you guys are still in this trade or not, that is completely up to you, but you have had an opportunity to make some good money trading that breakdown here. You could have made over 8%. Technically, 8.75. Most of you guys might have sold anywhere from 5 to 7% profit, I would assume here. But, that was a good trade. Whether you guys use leverage or not, that's up to you. And one other thing here, guys, let me make this move right here. X out of all that crapola. There we go, and let me put this right here. And if we put on the Fibonacci retracement level with log turned off, you'll see that that's what's currently stopping us on the way down. And that's one of the reasons I was telling you guys. You guys might have actually taken some profits or sold off your entire position right there. Okay, just so you guys know what's going on in my thought process here. Sometimes I can rant and talk about stuff that's in my head, but that's not on the screen. This is to help you guys understand what I'm talking about here. But yeah. Oh, and just as a heads up to you guys, I've been talking to a couple of you guys about this. A lot of you guys have been messaging me on Discord, and I appreciate that, or just asking questions. I know a lot of you guys have been told Fibonacci levels and stuff like this. I have put some tutorials on my channel myself. But, you always will see this button down here. Can I zoom into this? Can I zoom into this? Okay. This level right here, fib levels based on log scale. You notice if I turn this on, that line moves down, right? If I turn it off, that line's right there. Use both of them as you see fit, but I like to use the one that's the closest at the time, just as a little bit of a scale at level, because you never know exactly what's going to happen in between the time you open up a short and the time where you want to take profit. And again, let's say you just took your, let me zoom out of here so I don't look like a crazy guy. Yeah, that's fine. If you guys would have trade the breakdown right here, whatever it may have been, just breaking down the support, whatever it may have been. Let's say you had, I mean, what is it? I normally just go off of a 10x leverage here on the channel, but you guys can do 5, 25. Some of you guys even do 50 or 125. You guys are crazy. But if you just went to that level, that's, 6%, 6.23%. Let's just round it down to 6. And from there, you could have had 6 times 10. That's 60% profit in about, 4 hours, 8 hours. It's not bad, right? And I think a lot of you guys might have even sold it before the 60%. That's something that I would normally do because I'm extra cautious as an investor because I'm usually trading larger sums of money, of course. But you can see it was a play worth playing, I guess you would say, right? All right. Now, anything else here that I think is important? I think you guys will, if you guys have any questions about any of these, I'll let you know. Some of the things that I'd be looking for later on today here, probably don't need this right now. This is going to need to be changed over here after that last short play. Engine coin, we know we had a breakout here a while ago, and you can see how that worked out. Engine coin still seems to be kind of volatile, which means there's still some day traders in the market, mostly because we're bouncing off of the 20 again on the 4-hour chart. More of an interesting thing here because we did have a death cross on the 50 to 200, and then it kind of ended up being another golden cross, a little bit more mixed reaction there for me personally. So I'm thinking this is a little bit more of a higher risk, but the volatility is there if you guys want to make some money. I might be waiting for us to break down below that 20 again. However, if we pull out the Fibonacci extension level, which is always kind of interesting here because, frankly, there's kind of so many different ways you can put it on this chart here. So do I have the orange one up here? I don't think so. Where's orange? There we go. There you go. You can see we got rejected right there. I was looking at this a little bit earlier. I probably don't want to go long on it right now. I kind of missed the opportunity as we were kind of at that lower point. I'm hoping that we can, there's be another opportunity in the future for this one. There was one more here I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, two, excuse me. Mana and Sand have been interesting over the past few days. Here are the 4-hour charts for both of them. You can see they honored the Fibonacci extension levels pretty well. So, you could have scaled out a little bit here before it fell down. You could have scaled out a little bit here before it ended up falling back down. Scaled out some here before it ended up coming back down, right? So I'm going to be looking at this one as maybe an opportunity as it consolidates maybe over the next 16 to 24 hours. If I can trade some type of breakout of it or a breakdown if that occurs. But you guys already can see that we did break down below the 20 here. And that wasn't really the best thing that happened right there. We came down pretty hard, right? So, but overall, we did get saved. One other thing about mana here before we start answering questions and talking about all the good stuff in the world. We're getting closer and closer to this level of resistance. I was kind of hoping that, the breakout was nice, guys. Don't get me wrong. This doesn't really mean anything to me, just in case you guys are looking at it right now. I just wanted to point it out that I don't think it means anything at this point in time. As far as the Fibonacci retracement levels go, if I can pull this up, there you go. It also matches a point that we had over there from the Fibonacci extension level. This so you guys know sometimes maybe you guys don't want to be using the Fibonacci extensions. You guys just want to be using the Fibonacci retracements. They both work in this circumstance. You guys just have to kind of fiddle around with some of those log levels, okay? Okie dokie. Anything else here? I want to talk about Sand here. That's very quick. Very quick. It's pretty much the same thing going on here with Sand and Mana, both metaverse plays here. They all are getting a little bit more attention. They did have some nice rallies over the past few days. If we go back over here to the lows we experienced a few weeks ago now, it rallied up 100%. We are looking at some pretty overall nice moves. I just want to wait for a little bit more of a dip before I buy in here. And then maybe that's just me being greedy, or I'm just probably just waiting for a better setup. I want to wait for some type of breakout here. I did a lot of plays over the past few days. I told you guys 2 days ago now, I think it was, if we go back over here to the daily Bitcoin chart. Yeah, here, maybe 3 days ago? No. Yeah, it was 3 days ago. 3 days ago, I ended up selling off all my longs. I was happy with the profits. Of course, the market went up even more. But I was happy to take my profits because at that time I was more of the believer that, hey, we're looking like we want to have another flag like we did earlier, which is like that. So you guys can see we got rejected right here. right there, or this is a little bit different here. I guess I should make it more exact. It doesn't matter. But you can see we broke out of that pattern, and now we're kind of waiting to see if we can have another boost up here. So I'm waiting to see if I can get any more positions. But so far, let me see right here. I still think we have an opportunity. Oh, I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of that Fibonacci extension level, shouldn't I? There you go. I still think we have an opportunity here to break out. We're just hoping that sometime before the market opens up tomorrow, futures start turning a little bit more green. That way shorts know to back off just long enough for the market to have maybe one or two more legs up. It's going to be hard to have that second leg up. I think the first leg up is possible. It just really depends on how the market really interprets a lot of these earnings that we saw today, which I think are more mixed, and that makes it kind of harder to interpret how the market's going to see them. Like I said earlier, Tesla's a good example. Their revenue was crazy good. Their margins were lower, and that's where the give and take comes of how people are perceiving this market. I think it's good news. But you know what? What's good news to me may be bad news to a hedge fund manager for all I know, right? Okay, and we can get out of the whale stuff for now. We'll keep on whale number 3 here just for now, but I don't think anything crazy is happening. Anything else? No, I think that's about it. All right, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them right now. So far, guys, I think we're still in an okay spot. This doesn't look as bearish as I originally thought just because of some of those earnings that came out. That kind of gave me a little bit more hope that the breakout that we saw from those major indexes can still thrive, can still go up, even though at this point all 3 indexes are at their Fibonacci extension levels here, which is why I think we stopped where we did today, okay? Okay, sorry about that long rant, but I hope you guys are all having a good day here. Hey, Jane, happy to see you back. Hey, Meta. Hey, Monica, hope you're doing well. Great live is good with Mike. Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to be making some more changes to the stream and the channel here pretty soon. I'm in the talks to get a deal here, I think, pretty soon with a brand. That'll be kind of fun. And then from there, with a lot of that money that I make from that brand deal, if it is a deal, I don't know if it's going to happen yet. I plan on doing at least like 2 to 4 more streams, hopefully 3 to 4 more 24-hour streams. And those will be more, they won't be trading signal streams, or maybe they will be trading signals. I don't know. They may be trading signals, but it's just the same chart, just with different colors, I guess you would say. And then from there, you guys have opportunities to look at Bitcoin 4 hour, or maybe Bitcoin 4 hour to Bitcoin 15 minutes, Ethereum 4 hour to Ethereum 15 minute, ADA versus Ethereum Classic, or Ethereum Classic right now versus Matic, may be more inclined. And then one other one that may be something else, like the more memeable coins, like maybe ApeCoin and something else. I don't know what it'll be right now, but that'll be the gist here. And with that, I think it'll be like an extra $200 a month I put on the card, but I think that'll be worth it for those 4 streams. Let's see. Hey, JLW, happy to see you back, man. Big candles incoming. Dude, today is going to be a walloper day. Whether we crash or break out, it's going to be a big day. That I am for certain of. I'd be really surprised if we just had a small candle like this where we didn't really do much the entire day. I think we have to make a choice, and that choice is going to be a big one here, going over, leading us into the weekend practically, right? What's today? I'm always forgetting of the days because I work every day, right? And crypto is 24/7. Yeah, so today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's going to be Thursday here, and we're still going to have this day candle here. You know, if we have a big boost here going into Friday, we're going to be set up for even more volatility. And while we might be going down during that time, you will be seeing just some really crazy opportunities to make money. And regardless of how you see the market right now, if you guys can just say, hey, if you guys get the guess right, you have a 50% chance right now, right? Or towards Friday, if we're going up or down, we're going to be going up a lot and going down a lot. And since you guys have stop losses, you guys won't be actually opening yourselves up to too much risk. And then you guys can just kind of flip around, chase the train, and just watch it go, as we kind of take either a tumble or a really, really big boom going into this weekend. What's right here? Hey, Brad, it's happy to see you back as well. Hey, Justin, what's going on, Mike? Another good day for me. I sold my Bitcoin Cash. There you go. Congratulations, my man. You guys have been making a lot of profit this week, and I'm really happy to see that, guys. I know over the past few weeks it's been kind of boring as we haven't really been doing much, but I guess starting more in July, we started to see a little bit more moves from Bitcoin in a more positive manner, and I think some of you guys are warming up to shorting, which is pretty nice as well because you guys have double the opportunity to make some money in this market, right? Probably best to go, let's go 15 right here on Bitcoin. What trend line is this? Oh, this is the old flag. Oh, yeah, we're trying to hold the flag too. See, this is why I have all this other stuff here. Okay, so let me do one other thing here. 4-hour chart. There we go. Yeah, we're trying to stay above this flag. That's what it is. Okay. Let's go to the 15 here. See how we can hold up. We can see where we fell down below it earlier, but we bounced up again. Let's just go to the 1 second chart. And if I see anything popping off on the right hand side of my screen, I will be happy to kind of check it out for you guys. But right now, we're not seeing anything really booming here that's moving up 1% in like, a 5-minute period of time. Let's go. And hey, JW, what is the GOAT? I appreciate that. You think all the news with Matic and Ethereum is done and it's pretty tapped out? I don't think they're tapped out yet. I do think they're more bearish than bullish right now just because Bitcoin's having trouble getting above that one level on the Fibonacci extension level here, as well as those mixed earnings, okay? I think that's the reason why over the last couple of days you haven't seen them move as much. They've been kind of going more sideways and down, right? I think what's happened, though, is they kind of, how would I say this? They've gone down enough where they can kind of act a little bit more normal. So if Bitcoin goes back up, they can go back up. Whereas a couple days ago, they were so overbought, even if Bitcoin was going up, they were still going down. I think they've gone back into that neutral territory where now they can say, hey, if Bitcoin's going back up, we can go back up. Whereas a couple days ago, that wasn't the case here. I would definitely be more inclined to short those than long them. Right now, depending on how much, if I had a 5x leverage and I had a lot of money in my account where I didn't care if I went negative for a little bit of time, right now would still be an okay time to short these suckers, okay? My concern is, like with me, I like to be a little bit more greedy, so I want to try to short as close to the top as possible, right? Now, we may have already reached the top, especially if Bitcoin is unable to break out today. However, if we haven't, you can still short these guys down as they break down below those crucial Fibonacci levels and those crucial trend lines, okay? I'm waiting for Bitcoin to crash to buy back. Is that bad? No, guys. I think back, give it a few more weeks, maybe a month or so. I don't know exactly the time frame here, but I do think we're going to be breaking back down below 17,000. I do. And when that happens, I think there's going to be another opportunity for us to make a lot of money here. It just depends on how bad the stock market gets, because right now, that's what's leading us. And at this point in time, as you guys know, we've been watching the NASDAQ very closely, and we've been watching the 200 weekly moving average here. Take a little bit of a dive over here. And you can see how all these are hitting Fibonacci extension levels, right? But for now, let's just get rid of all the lines here. Let's go to the weekly chart. And you guys can see we're fairly close to that yellow line there, which is the 200. What's going to happen pretty soon for the markets here, which is why I think Bitcoin's kind of, you got to be more worried about it crashing than going long at this point, right? Is because we're about 2.9, let's say rounded up to 3% away from hitting that 20-week moving average here. If we end up breaking above that, that may be a fantastic sign for you guys to go crazy heavy in Bitcoin, where Bitcoin has a chance to go all the way to some crazy number like $26,000, $27,000. I just don't know if we're going to try to have that rally there, because if we do, the next major level of resistance, at least on this chart here, is going to be looking more like we're going to have some issue, like we may have the opportunity, I'll say the opportunity, which is why I'm going to be so bullish here, to hit that 50-week moving average. And as you guys know, the last two times we tried to break back above it, right here and right here, we got rejected pretty handily each time, right? Now, with the 20, we also got rejected here, of course. Over here, we tried to get back above it, and that wasn't an easy thing. We didn't break down below it over here, but this is back when we had a little bit more of a bullish market, right? But, if you guys want to see Bitcoin go to some really crazy levels and see everybody go crazy FOMO in the entire world about crypto saying, oh my gosh, this is the bottom, even though it's not going to be, you guys are going to want to see the NASDAQ in particular and some of these other indexes. We'll go over them in a second. You want to see these bad boys break above the 20 weekly moving average, okay? And for the NASDAQ, it's about 3% away right now, which it can easily grind up there by Friday, right? 1%, 1%, 1%. It can do that. Maybe not. Maybe it might take it till next week, of course, but it can do that. I would assume if we were going to break out above it, honestly, it would happen next week. And probably the two things there, we could have some big surprise when it comes to rate hikes. That's the first thing. And the second thing here is we do have like Apple earnings coming out this week, next week I think it is. And if we have more of those tech earnings coming out next week, that could be a real big boost to the NASDAQ. And if the NASDAQ goes up, you better know Bitcoin's going up with it, right? All right, now two other things here. Let's go over here. We can get rid of these trend lines as well. We already know we're in a breakout. That's nothing. That's no new surprise here. So you guys can see the S&P is a much different. We're well below the 200 moving average on the weekly charts here, and we're already above the 50 here, okay? Now, we haven't really had much issue here dealing with these moving averages, which is why I normally don't talk about it. I talk more specifically about Bitcoin. The NASDAQ, sorry about that. But so far here, we've just managed to break out. What's breakout do we want to use? We don't have to worry about it right now. But yeah, we've managed to break out of a pattern, just believe me when I say that. And we're hoping that we can have a golden cross here, just like we did over here. But again, it really didn't lead to much in this bearish market here. It really doesn't lead to much here, which is why I'm kind of going off of the NASDAQ charts primarily. But I think, if we do have that same opportunity to break out, I think, let me see if I can pull this up right here. Probably best to go right there. There we go. I think we have the opportunity to hit up $402, maybe even as high as $417. I think the $417, though, is going to be out of our reach. I think by then we're going to be already coming back down here unless we really want to do a major resistance level. But at this point in time, it's going to be really reliant on earnings to really prop us up. You guys can see right now that we clearly, have some issues here with this Fibonacci level. Should be fine. It's not like we got rejected and bounced down, right? We just got rejected off of it. But we're 4 or 5 weeks away from a golden cross here. That's the opportunity, I would say. And going back over here to the Dow Jones, you'll notice that the NASDAQ is the prettiest of them all. But these have also broken out above the 50 weekly moving averages, pretty close to a golden cross as well. And just like the other one, we are fairly close to those Fibonacci extension levels here. They kind of go back up to those gap levels here. Let me go back over here very fast. Think about the last chart we just talked about here, the SPY. For both of them, I think what I'd be doing here is I'd be saying, if we manage to have good earnings next week and everything's really happy-dappy, Bitcoin's going up to 25, 26, 27,000, anything like that, what I would say is this is just going to be one big selling zone for me. If I buy anything from any setups going on over the next week or so, if the stock market starts to enter this zone, I'll be unloading all of my longs and just waiting for the market to eventually tick back down, okay? Now, that means I'll find a setup somewhere down here, whether it's on Bitcoin or whatnot. Let me go back to the daily chart. I'll find a setup to trade, but I'm not going to be expecting the moon here. I'm just going to be looking for whatever profits the market gives me in that time frame, and I'll be happy to take them. Just don't get faked out because the economy is still bad. The economy is still bad. Don't be faked out if the whole freaking YouTube community, the whole TikTok community, the whole Twitter community, even CNBC starts saying, I think we found a Bitcoin bottom, blah, 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 blah. That's where people are going to get burned. And even if you do believe that and you want to believe that and you want to trade off of it, you can do that. Just be smart enough to have something called a stop loss to protect yourself in case you guys want to become a bag holder, right? In most cases, when we see Bitcoin rally like this, maybe best to go over here for now. Yeah. I think the last time we had some good rallies here, I would say, is back over here in January when you could see we actually had from the lows from that crash, we actually rallied all the way up here like 46%. So far during this rally, we are up 37%, so not even as high as before. You can see that once we kind of reach these little bit of highs here, like a high here, high here, high here, we do tend to come down pretty fast after that occurs. So I just don't want you guys to be surprised. But even if you guys feel like, hey, we can make a move higher, and we definitely can here, we definitely can. If you don't have a stop loss, then you guys open yourself up to something like this. Whereas, I don't know, let's say you bought somewhere over here or something like that, you're up like 5%, and you're like, oh my gosh, good, we're going good. Just a couple days later, we end up crashing, and now you're down 5%. Then you're hoping that we're going to have another reversal. It's like, all of a sudden you're down 20%. You're like, I better cut my losses and just get rid of it. And then, that reverse psychology where you think you just cursed as a trader kicks in because the market all of a sudden just starts bouncing back up out of nowhere. That's the type of thing that happens there. So by having a stop loss, you make sure if you buy here, your stop loss is maybe like 3% down. If it's something like this where you're buying towards the top, it's going to be a little bit tighter, of course. Then you're like, I just lost 3%. I didn't open myself up to losses like 10, 15, 20%. Or worse yet, you become a bag holder so long that you just kind of hate life, right? So yeah, just keep a close eye on it. I mean, there is an opportunity, guys, but I think it's going to be more dealing with how earnings play out. But I do think the opportunity is there. Whereas a few days ago, I thought, I don't see a chance for us to go up besides the breakouts. And now the breakouts are really leading the whole way here. NASDAQ, Dow, S&P breakouts that we talked about. Okay. I'm going to drink some water out of my official Disneyland cup. Yep. Okay. And hey, Alex, hope you had fun drinking. I haven't had to drink, guys, in a while. Oh, no, I had wine. I opened up a bottle of wine, and it tasted disgusting. So I'm still going to drink it, but it tasted disgusting. It was some wine from Willamette, Oregon, which I normally like their wines. But I guess I've been on an Italian binge lately. What's going on right here? Hey, Pepin, hope you're doing well. Watching SPY tomorrow. We'll see if we can fill that gap from June 10th. Bitcoin will be looking nice. I think so far the market looks good. It's just I'm really concerned about how the market's going to receive the earnings reports that we saw today. But guys, if we take a look here at Tesla very fast. Let's get a crypto. Let's get rid of all this stuff. We don't need it right now. Tesla's about to have a golden cross, right? 20 and 50. First time in a while. You could say it ran up a little bit, but, it's a golden cross, right? And it's a golden cross coming out of a... here's a better representation. It's a golden cross coming out of a crash, basically, so maybe that's what we're hoping for. I mean, we're not running back up to $1,200 anytime soon, obviously. But that may be a better sign for us. But if I can pull this up right here... Oh, where is this? 15. Maybe I gotta go to 15-minute chart. There we go. Okay. You can see that after hours, it is up a little bit. I mean, it did have a major rally here. What was the after hours close down here? It rallied up like 5%, but it looks like after hours it closed up like 0.79%. So at least it was positive news here. And I think that's kind of the knife's edge that we're walking on right now as far as trying to predict if Bitcoin's going up or down right now. But I think you guys will know from early morning. So even if you guys want to wake up early or you guys want to place your bets tonight, you guys can. But I think early morning is when you guys are going to know where these big moves are coming. Until then, I think Bitcoin can still get volatile. But I think you're going to see volatility hitting walls, getting slammed back down if we go up, or getting pumped back up if we go down, right? So it's going to be a lot of fake outs, basically, until we get some clarity tomorrow morning. But, you can see how crazy this market's going to be here just by looking at some of the other market data going on right now. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we can keep that there for now. Anything else here popping off? Engine coins up 3. Maybe we can take a look at that very fast. Let me check out the 1-minute chart. No, it's getting weaker here too. Nothing else. Wow, yeah. The market's much more calm today, guys, as far as altcoins are concerned. But I guess that's just because the whole world was freaking going crazy a few days ago, over the last few days, right? And hey, no tacos, no life. Smash that like button. Oh, yeah, guys, please always smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe. I do appreciate when you guys do that. It helps with the channel a lot. And it helps me put out more streams, guys. Right now, so I've kind of got the money down to do all the stuff I want to do here. Because you guys know I just use the YouTube money to fund the whole YouTube channel because I don't want to get my personal finances involved because I guess this is technically a business now. But what do you call... something cool is the more money I make off of YouTube, the more 24-hour streams I can put up. And right now I just have the lo-fi beats when I have the Dogecoin one on the other stream. But over the next few days, when I get this other deal done, whenever it gets done, I'm going to be putting anywhere between, I guess, 3 and 4 more streams up. And then basically all these streams will have technicals that you guys can check on whenever you want to. So please make sure to subscribe. Don't have to pay any money, but a subscriber is always welcomed, right? See. And Halo World Scratcher, you think number 3 wallet on Bitcoin is Tesla's Bitcoin wallet? I don't believe so because Tesla said they sold Bitcoin today. And that wallet didn't sell any Bitcoin. They just moved it over to like wallet 12 or something like that, some random number. So they didn't sell any Bitcoin. They just transferred it over to another wallet here. Potentially, no, yeah, because you would have seen the increases of that Bitcoin wallet going up and up and up, and Bitcoin Tesla doesn't keep on buying Bitcoin like that. So no, I don't think it's Tesla's wallet. What's right here? Oh, hey, Puma, happy to see you back as well, my man. Hey, Discount Killer. Hey, Mike, I'm trying to commit patterns to memory. Think I see symmetrical triangle on Matic and most coins. 15-minute chart thoughts? Let's start off with Matic here, because when you say most charts, I'm looking at a lot of charts, and it's always a little bit more different. So yeah, I would say yeah, you're on the ball right there. I think you're talking about something like this, right? Symmetrical triangle, perfect right there. You're waiting for a breakout or a breakdown. Either way, I think these are going to be waiting on Bitcoin. But yes, you are correct right there. Some symmetrical triangle. Heck, dude, I've been doing this full time for a long time as far as full time trading. I still get patterns mixed up every now and again. Usually just ascending and descending triangles, just those two. I don't know why. Every other pattern, sure. But those two, my brain doesn't like them for some reason because I'm always trying to use them in a way I shouldn't. And I think that's because I play too much around with nerding out about patterns. Okay, back to the second chart here. But yes, you are correct. Wait for that breakout. But also remember, when you're doing a 15-minute chart versus an hour chart versus a 4-hour chart, and you guys are doing the patterns, the shorter the confirmation time, the shorter the consolidation time, the shorter the breakout. If we're consolidating for months and then we break out, that's a massive breakout. If we're consolidating for a few hours, then we break out, it's a breakout, but it's a smaller breakout. So just understand that, and that's why some of the Fibonacci levels are really crucial there, because you can apply them to that, that short time frame there. And hey, Bite Size Kick, thank you for all the streams. Hey guys, I appreciate you guys subscribing and watching the channel. The more this channel grows, guys, the more offers I can get, the more deals I can get, the more money I can literally just pump into this. And just wait until I potentially get this brand deal done. I really want to have like 5 24-hour streams running, and then maybe I can get that back like up to 6 or 7 over the next like month or two. And then from there, what I get to do, you guys know I have like 24 stream plan. I want to create a mini streaming empire where you guys can go look at technicals, and then from there you guys will be able to see you guys can have little alerts whenever you guys want to have some fun trading. So far they've been working out pretty well. I've been looking at the other stream, the alerts have been working out. I know not a lot of you guys stay there for long, but I know it's like I have to like let it sit for a while, and then people slowly start coming to it. The Dogecoin stream didn't turn into something over a day. It takes a while, but I'm confident it'll turn into something there. What's right here? They sold in May and June. Yeah, see, yeah, okay, so that's not Tesla's wallet then. See right here. What's right here? And hey, Discount, thanks, man. I appreciate you and your knowledge a ton. Hey, no worries, guys. Remember, I always have those pattern charts and stuff like that. So you guys know I deal with anything crypto or stock market or options. So obviously, that's usually what I'm doing in my life. And you guys know, because the way the world works, I will get advertisements anywhere I'm at. All my advertisements are only about stock trading, investing, or making money in the markets, okay? That's every single ad I see on YouTube, every single ad I see on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's all about, no, not TikTok. TikTok ads are freaking insane. It's all about Clash of Clans games and stuff, which I don't play, right? But something that you guys should know is that I thought was pretty interesting. There was something on Facebook today that there was a mouse pad. So like, a mouse pad, and a computer pad. Well, I have like 2 massive pads on my desk here, like one that's like this, that goes like this, and one that goes like this on my L-shaped desk. And they're just massive designs I found on I got an advertisement for today that actually had all the patterns on the mouse pad, and then it had also not just the normal trading patterns that we use, but it also had all the small candlestick patterns as well with all these little definitions. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, maybe I can hit them up to see if I can get you guys a deal on them or something like that. Maybe I'll do that later on today, but I'll keep you up to date. I think that'd be pretty fun to let you guys know, at least as, hey, these things are out there, because for me, I have a really bad memory. It takes me maybe like a month longer than an average person to actually remember stuff, which is why you guys probably notice I have a really bad memory. Like when, here's an example before we go back to crypto. When I was a kid, my entire childhood, I never memorized one song. I just couldn't do it. Not one song. I had friends that knew songs by heart. I did not know any. Now, I was poor and did not have access to actual, iPods and stuff like that, as you guys know. But I did have a radio, and I just could never remember one song. Not one song. Now, I know classical songs, but come on, there's no lyrics to those. What's that here? And hey, W, Mickey Mouse pad. Oh yeah, Mickey Mouse pad. What do you call? I need to buy some more. I need to buy some more cool stuff. Oh, good news today as well. We'll talk about Bitcoin here in a second, I promise. But I am learning how to design t-shirts and merchandise and stuff and figure out logos. So you guys should see a merchandising shop opening up on my YouTube channel pretty soon and on my website when I'm done building my website up. That way you guys can buy whatever you want, because you guys have been telling me to get like t-shirts and mugs and stuff for a while here. I'm working on it. It's a slow grind because I'm also learning how to use Adobe Illustrator and like all these programs to actually make it all. But it's almost there. It's almost there. Give me like maybe a couple more weeks and you guys are going to have a full-fledged shop of a whole bunch of funny shirts and stuff. Most of it will be trading related, of course, but it'll be like, I'm pretty much going to have you guys help me design the shirts, which I think is going to, like, you guys are going to love it. And I'm going to have some contests where I give out some free merchandising stuff too, which is going to be real fun. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, but I'm really excited about that. I've been really humming through this channel, like a lot of background work. You guys noticed yesterday I'm posting these shorts, and that's because I spent the whole day trying to figure out how WordPress works and using like Adobe Illustrator. It took my whole day, and like I got a migraine right now because I haven't gotten enough sleep. But I'm going to take a nap after this because, as you guys know, I am going to be streaming at midnight tonight for the European crowds, and so I hope to see you guys there if you're in Europe, or if you guys have the night shift. I know a lot of you guys have the night shift and like to watch the midnight stream. And hey, Hota, happy to see you back, my man. What's right here? I came in hot and smashed that like button. Thank you. I don't know why I read that in Miley Cyrus' voice. We're enjoying the music instead of memorizing the words. Exactly. Are we going back to 21 soon, Kay? Yes, we have a high probability of going back down there. What you're going to be waiting for over the next few hours is to make sure that the futures stay negative. If the futures stay negative going into tomorrow, we're going to be going down hard because we're going to be breaking down below that 50-day moving average here. And as well, you're going to be seeing Ethereum at the same time here, breaking down below the 20 moving average here as well. You can see Ethereum had a breakdown below the trend line that we were talking about yesterday. If you guys shorted it, boy, oh boy, did you guys have an opportunity to make money. There was the Fibonacci support level there that we talked about. That's where we bounced. But my point being that once Ethereum starts breaking down below this, that makes a perfect storm for Ethereum to break down below the 20 on the 4-hour chart and Bitcoin to break down below the 50 on the daily chart. If we go over here and look at Ethereum on the daily chart, you'll see that we're really far away from any of those daily moving averages. And that's because while Bitcoin might have only popped up like 20-25%, Ethereum was like humming and went up like a whopping 62% in like 6 days, right? I mean, that's absolutely insane, guys. So yeah, we're definitely cooling off here a little bit, but don't be fooled. We can still go up, but I would say today's daily candle on the majority of charts here, particularly though than Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're going to tell you everything you need to know for the next few days here, probably going into the weekend. Well, I do think we're more bearish. I'm not going to deny there is an opportunity here for us to go up right now. And that's where I'm just like, I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting because, you know, I thought we might have hit a top a few days ago as we hit the top of that flag, right? And this is the top of the flag right here. We broke out of it a few days ago, right? And we kind of went choop, up a little bit more. Not a lot more, but just a little bit more. But we still, regardless, went up, right? When I thought we might go down. So now I'm waiting to see if we start breaking down again and doing all the good stuff here. We're kind of at a crucial point, though. I think once we start breaking down below the 215-minute chart, you might see an acceleration here. But remember, we are, if we start breaking down here, if the market doesn't like what we saw today for as far as earnings are concerned or whatever, that's where the danger is. But again, we're kind of at this cool precipice where the stock market is on the verge of doing a mini rally. And that would be the reason Bitcoin keeps on going up. From a technical aspect, Bitcoin should be going down. And that's why I'm more bearish than bullish. But, I can't... the reason I always bring up the NASDAQ to you, and like I've talked to a couple of you guys about this. You guys know most YouTubers don't ever really bring up the NASDAQ or the S&P or the Dow when talking about Bitcoin. I feel like I have to bring it up because if I don't give that information to you guys, I feel like you're literally, at this point in time, missing half of the information about the market. You guys can do all the trades you want. You guys can easily make money without paying attention to those. But those other markets over there can give you a really good understanding of what's about to happen here by looking at their technicals, which is why I'm saying, you know what, Bitcoin looks bearish, but the NASDAQ, Dow, and S&P all just broke out. They're all testing a Fibonacci level, extension level right now, and they're hoping to make one more leg up here where at least the NASDAQ has the opportunity to run into that 20-week moving average there, if not break out above that. So it's going to be a fun time, but today is just going to be one of those days where, regardless if you guys are going long and short, it's going to be one of those days where you're like an addict and you're on your phone left and right, like, oh, what's the price of Bitcoin? What's the price of Bitcoin? What's the price of Bitcoin? Right. For most of you guys, that may just mean opening up some type of alert on TradingView, right? Simple alert, but just have it set like notify on the app or something like that. And that'll kind of solve all those problems if you guys have that 9-to-5 job. But it's going to be interesting regardless. But so far, again, futures are down, not by much, but the futures are down currently, leading us to think that we might be going down more until tomorrow. It's just we've seen the futures be negative and going in tonight, then wake up, the futures are green. That's the issue here, right? Okay. Now let me go back over here to the seconds chart. There we go. Let me get one more sip of water here, guys. I have like $200 lights on around me to like have proper lighting for my stream, as my friends told me I needed to have it. These lights are absolutely hot. Absolutely hot. There we go. Even with air conditioning going. All right. I'd offer you help, but I really only know Photoshop. Oh, don't worry about it, guys. I'm gonna ask you guys what the themes of any of like the stuff that I'm looking for, like for T-shirts, for mugs. What are the themes? What are the texts you guys want? And then I can set it up myself. I've kind of been learning it more and more. I'm getting used to Photoshop more and more here, so I can get the job done. It's just kind of my side stuff here. But some of you, I have a lack of imagination. You guys do not have a lack of imagination. I've been seeing you guys for a long time now. You guys are pretty funny guys. I'm going to rely on you guys' imagination to help me figure out what to put on these cups. Otherwise, I'll put something really corny, and then you guys will be like, what the heck is that? And I'm like, something corny. Right? What's right here? Let's see. And hey, Brightest, I'm happy your wife got through surgery fine, and I'm glad she's eating some good food. I know that, dealing with my mom and her surgery, she's had a plenty as well. Just finished up her eye surgery last week. I think when your wife was supposed to have hers as well. It can be tough, but hopefully she keeps on getting stronger and stronger and stronger there. What am I missing here? Oh, sorry, Haram, I totally missed your question. What's up, man? Still watching Mike and holding Doge forever. LOL, good to see you back. Oh, I've been back for a while. What do you call? It's definitely been Oh, no, never mind. I know what you mean. But what do you call? I'm excited to see what Dogecoin does in the future. I'm really curious to see how low some of you guys are going to be able to buy Dogecoin during this rally. Dogecoin, when it wants to, when it's bullish, it can go freaking insane. When it's bearish, it just kind of claws up for every freaking penny it can get at this point. What's going on right here? What's it here? I'm bullish. We possibly fill in gaps in this daily candle. Oh, we're talking about the stock market. I think we have an opportunity there as well. Been following whale number 3. Seems to be moving Coinbase to another wallet. Might have a hot wallet for him, but currently only has 16K in a Coinbase wallet that he just moved. Rest in new wallet hasn't sold in yet. Yeah. We've still been watching it. So he moved a lot of it from wallet number 3 into wallet number 12, I think it is. So if I go over here very fast, I think you can find it. Wallet number 11. Yeah. Wallet number 11 is where that he moved all that Bitcoin over there. So keep an eye on wallet number 11 now too. And now wallet number 3 is turned into wallet number 7, I think it is. Nope. Wallet. Oh gosh, it's going to be annoying to figure out. Wallet number 8. Oh, but just pulled out some more Bitcoin now. Oh, where the heck is this Bitcoin going? Did he move into the other wallet? So yeah, whale number 3, we're just gonna call him the old whale number 3. They just moved another like $16,000, $19,000, $17,000 worth of Bitcoin out of their wallet. So did it go back over here to wallet number 11? No, huh? Yeah, so that's interesting. Thanks for letting us know. Yeah, that guy's just moving money all over the place right now. Moving money all over the place. And hey, Discount, did I ever start listening to Lord of the Rings audiobook on Spotify? I have not yet. I really need to do that. What I have been doing is just rewatching all the extended editions, which are 4 hours long on my TV, because I like to watch The Charge of the Rohirrim every single time. But yeah, remind me of that in the future, because I really need to do that. I've just been spending all of my spare time learning how to do WordPress sites. Like, well, hold on a second here, guys. So you guys know I have the second channel that has the Dogecoin stream on. Basically, after I move the Dogecoin stream off of that, I'm gonna rename it Tasty Crypto News. As weird as that sounds. And what I'm gonna do with it is, you guys know there's a channel out there right now called Digital Asset News. Let me see if I can find digital asset news. There you go. Digital Asset News, really good channel, really good guy, Rob. Um, I'm going to make a stream like maybe once every other day talking about the news in the market. I don't know if I have time to do it might be just a half an hour stream. If then I can do it every day, maybe a 20-minute stream or something like that. But just going over some news that I find is relevant for you guys as investors. This may be in the stock market. This may be in the crypto market, probably a combination of both, but majority of it will actually be in the crypto market if I think, yeah, I believe it will be. But, you know, I'm going to be competing with this guy with a very, 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 very tiny channel, but at least you guys will have a little bit more opportunities to see me live, okay? And as far as other things concerned, now, this website is like new. I am still working on this. So this is like, it still has like old features like Sierra Nature in here. It does not look like what it's going to look like in the future. But basically I need to move some of these videos around. I'm going to have like an educational system in here, a crypto news section and a review section. That way you guys know which exchanges you guys should trust versus which ones you shouldn't trust. If you guys trust me enough to believe that, right? Or enough to, use my knowledge for your benefit. And you can see some of the stuff in here is still the preset stuff on the bottom, but I'm getting it set up. It's taking a long time, but I'm getting there with it. But my main point is, for the other channel, it's going to be called Tasty Crypto News, and then I'll be able to give you guys news updates so you guys can see what's going on. So, if there's some Voyager news going on, I can talk for you guys, live stream 15 minutes talking about all the Voyager news I know. And then from there, I can have 5 minutes of Q&As, and then the stream will be over, a nice, easy 20-minute stream. And I can do that like every day, hopefully, if I just, have the time for it. It'll just be whenever I feel like I want to do it, though. It won't be a set schedule because I have to help my mom, sister, all the family stuff going on, right? So I got to make sure I'm not going to be at a set time. That's why I like to do stuff later at night, so I don't have to worry about taking my mom to the dentist or taking her to the eye appointment or taking her to the bank or, whatever like that. I just have to help her in the daytime. What's right here? And hey, Bideford, have a competition for creative ideas. Oh, that might be kind of fun as well. Also, how is your computer today? My computer works fine, guys. I ended up opening my computer up last night. I pulled out the little air gun. It was dusty. And so far today, it hasn't had any problems. And my computer has been 10 degrees cooler on idle. So what I think, I was using a canned air before, but now that I got like a little machine gun full for air, it just kicked all the dust out of there. And I haven't had a problem with my computer since. So I'm going to test it out again tonight. But I think what I got to do is, I have a cleaning lady that comes in here and she cleans the majority of the dust and stuff. I think I'm going to pay for like a deep clean of my house and just see if that fixes anything up. Because what I noticed is there's like dog hair that gets in there because Loki like is a freaking shutting magnet. So I think that's what's going to happen. But so far my computer's been working okay. Knock on wood. I don't have any wood by me, but you guys get what I'm saying. Let's hope that it stays strong. But so far the average temperature of my computer is down like a 10% or 10 degrees Celsius. What's that here? And hey, discount. What's it here? What are you guys saying right here? I'm missing something. Let's see. I got an idea for the mug. I got gaps to fill with price action gaps. What do you call it? If I could figure out a design for it, I'd be happy to do that. Be happy to do that. Go to Fiverr and have someone illustrate a cartoony version of you and Loki together and slap it on a shirt. Ooh, that actually sounds pretty good. I need to have a picture of me and Loki. I have one of us in the mountains together, actually. I do. Okay, that'll be actually pretty good. It's on his Coinbase wallet. Oh, okay. Thanks, Ivgot. Thanks. Now I get what you're saying, my man. I appreciate that quite a bit. So I wonder what he's going to do. I guess this is the big day of days here as far as Bitcoin's concerned. So if we see the price go down and we know he had something to do with it, right? Excuse me. Let's see. Cosmos, you're very, very bullish right now. You don't know why people are still bearish. I think right now you see a lot of people still bearish because of the overall state of the economy and because we haven't hit the recession yet. I think that's going to be the big thing going forward. I don't know about the channel, right? But I think we're going to be in for a mild recession, and then that is going to hurt the market in the future as much as I want the market to be going up right now. Doge will be great in the long term, have no doubt about that. Yeah, I know lots of people are loading up on Doge right now. Some of my friends are just going crazy with it, as well as some of the other coins I've been buying, like the STMX and the Doge Elon. Excuse me. What's right here? And hey, Ota, what did you set up on the computer like, Mike? Did you buy the PC already built, or did you build it? Oh, I bought the PC already built. I was looking to build it myself, but I was trying to build it during like the height of the pandemic while there were shortages of all chips. And so basically, Best Buy didn't have any chips. They had nothing. And if I wanted to get chips, I had to wait the morning they got delivered and just be waiting outside in a line of like 50 people. Like, this is a city Best Buy. It was crazy. So instead, I was just like, I'll buy a new desktop. It was like $3,000 or something like that. And I was like, it comes with a 380T, 380, whatever. So it's a really nice computer, but basically, I do want to expand upon it in the future. And the cool thing about my Best Buy Total Tech Support is that if I ever buy anything, they will put that into my computer for free. I'm thinking of updating my coolant system because I really want to get the best coolant system money can buy. I mean, for this type of computer, I guess I'm willing to spend up to like $500, $600 for it if that's what it takes. I just don't want my computer to ever ever overheat. That's what like literally kills every single one of my computers ever. Usually laptops, it's heat. What do I think about Ethereum Classic? Right now, I think that's a little overbought still. I do think it's, what do you want to say? It's a little bit better right now after it's cooled down the last couple of days, whereas Bitcoin definitely, it popped up yesterday while this definitely was not, right? We're currently bouncing off of that Fibonacci extension level here. It looks okay. I think we're just waiting to see in a kind of a holding pattern, waiting for Bitcoin to make that move to see if we're going to be breaking down below the 50-day moving average or if we're going to be breaking above that one target level on the Fibonacci extension level here. If we do break down later on today, I do think we're going to be coming back down here to the $21 level, maybe even the 20, what was it down here? Like $20.50 level. I think that would be a really bad move going over to the next few days, but I do think that's very much possible here. If Bitcoin does manage to pop up today, I mean, I could see Ethereum Classic going up, but I just don't see it going any more parabolic after the crazy moves that we've seen so far over the past few days. So remember, this is a 4-hour chart here, but basically, last 5 days, 12 hours, it's ran up 107%. I'd be much more inclined to short this sucker than I would go long on it right now. I would just be waiting for it to have a sizable breakdown or for it to break down below a specific pattern here. So as I'm looking at this chart, maybe if we manage to break down below the Fibonacci level here and close down below it, I might be more inclined. But you could already see on the 15-minute chart, you're seeing those death crosses happen. 30-minute chart, you're seeing those death crosses are about to happen here. I would assume over the next 2 hours or so, you should probably have a good idea which way Ethereum Classic wants to go in the short term. And then we'll see if we need to start coming down pretty fast as Bitcoin kind of stabilizes. I think what you're seeing right now, though, for as far as like maybe Ethereum Classic and Matic, is that maybe more Ethereum Classic right now because Matic seems to be doing a little bit better on the chart. With Ethereum Classic, you may see a day where Bitcoin's not doing anything. Let's just say Bitcoin is stagnant at like plus or minus 1%. I think you would see Ethereum Classic still be going down regardless. The only thing I think that's going to really make Ethereum Classic go up right now is if Bitcoin can have a monster boom above that Fibonacci extension level. So I would say I'd rather be shorting this than longing it. Just making sure to have a pretty tight stop loss. If I'm shorting it right now at $23.41, I'm probably having a stop loss probably around $24.50, like $1 away or so. That's how tight I want to play this right now, just because I don't feel the need to actually have to expose myself to much risk on this play. We're already seeing all these moving averages start to kind of flip over to the other side. Pretty soon we're going to see the hours, right? We just had the hour death cross right there. Still very far away from the 200 here as well. That's going to be the trend here for the next few moving averages. But see right here, another one coming up pretty close. We might have an opportunity, actually, according to the 2-hour chart, to pop back up here towards 24.50 before actually making a move down here, getting rejected. But by then, I wouldn't want to risk it because we have the opportunity to break back up, right? But yeah, so far, 3 hours, 4 hours, you get a little bit more freedom here. But yeah, I think it's more bearish than bullish. But, I would probably have a tight stop loss here just to be safe. And you can see right here, we didn't bounce off of right here, but right here we managed to bounce back off the Fibonacci level. So that's what it's basically dealing with right now. There we go. Okay. You're trying to buy a PC for gaming? Yeah, this PC is it's a cyber PC, whatever that means. But yeah, it works really well. It plays any game I want to. It works very, very well. Any game I want to, it runs it perfectly. Ultra graphics, all my Total War games, ultra graphics, it works absolutely beautifully. It just has a tendency to get hot and dusty, and that's just from my lack of caretaking of the computer, because I should need to dust that sucker out a little bit more. But yeah, it's an amazing computer. I would save up for a really good computer if possible. I would definitely do that. And you've got Andy just moved to the other wallet. Very weird whale activity. Must be bored. I think that they call it whale games for a reason. I really think it's I really think it's them just playing around to try to manipulate the market to freak people out. I really think that's it. Because over the last few days, there has been so much moving around. And hey, I've got an itch. For some reason, I don't know why. I know your name, but I keep on thinking that your name is like some type of Russian Ivan name because I just never took the time to read it. I've got an itch. So you made me chuckle there. Correction, Spotify Lord of the Rings audiobooks is 19 to 20 hours per book. I want to read all the books. I mean, I really do. Or audiobook probably. I'm going to have to find some free time. I'm usually working these days, which kind of sucks, but I do like the fact that I'm like growing this YouTube channel. I'm growing this business here. Because, like, to be frank, before I started this channel a year ago and I was doing Bitcoin, I was pretty content kind of just trading and doing what I wanted to. But then COVID hit and I kind of lost all my motivation because if I trade to make money, what was I spending that money on during COVID? I couldn't do anything. I lived in like downtown Seattle, downtown Tacoma then. What do you call it? Like, very liberal price. Everything was locked down constantly. And then we had the Chaz riots on top of that. Nope. I wasn't spending my money on anything except for maybe an occasional restaurant. And by restaurant, I mean like a street vendor who didn't have to deal with the COVID laws because he had an outdoor establishment. So I was always like buying stuff from them saying, hey, dude, take an extra tip, dude. You need to survive this market or this economy, right? Or shutdown, I guess it was the proper term. What do I think about BlackRock losing almost $2 trillion in 6 months? Crazy. I just think it shows how much assets they have and how much power they have as a company. I don't have any. I have no doubts that BlackRock controls more of the economy than the government would like to admit, and it's one of those entities that really has its like veins, or I don't know, its hands in the entire network of how the bureaucracies, the Congress, all that type of stuff. It's in there pretty deep. And it just shows me that they have a lot of power and they have a lot of influence and money. And even though they lost like, close to $2 trillion, they still got a lot. And they're going to be using a lot to probably buy up even more houses. They had some interesting news coming out of the market today, the housing market, where they were talking about how, I live in a one family size house, right? They were talking about how they're making less of these and they're making more apartments, more multi-family style homes and things like that. So that means it's going to be harder for the average American in the next few years to really buy a single family house. You're going to have to buy a townhouse where you're scrunched up next to somebody else, or you're going to have to buy a condo or something like that. So, BlackRock is going to be buying all the houses up, and they're going to have a massive share of the housing market pretty soon, as well as the Chinese. Chinese have been buying up houses like crazy over here, at least in Washington State. I don't know about the country. Thank you. There you go. Hey, I'm Mike the designer. Tea? What do you call it? I don't have any tea. I need to have some tea right now. Usually when I stream, I just don't have time. I'm usually working on something up to the last minute. I do have a bunch of tea, though. I should probably get some lemon mate or something like that. Probably keep me up late, but I need to get a nap before the midnight stream here. Let's see. And hey, Mike Bickett finally has a traveling stop loss on app. Can you explain it? I don't understand the call rate or how to set it up. Well, yeah. I'll make a video on it. I'll make a formal video on it for you guys. I've been learning how to do it myself because it's not the traditional stop loss that I know. So I'm gonna make a video kind of showing you guys all the nuts and bolts, and I will do a live trade while on the stream. So it might be a little bit of a longer video. But I think if you just watch the video at like a 1.25 or 1.5 speed, you should be able to get through it fairly quickly. But I will make a video for you probably over the next few days. I tested it out once and it worked out, but it wasn't as easy as I thought. And I think I'm going to tell them it needs to be fixed up a little bit better. But yes, I will make a video testing, showing you how to use it this weekend. And hey, Adam the Psychic, I appreciate your Doge channel and sad that you're taking it off. Oh, no, I'm not taking it off. I'm just moving it from one channel to the other. It used to be on this channel, then I moved it over to the other channel when this channel got banned for YouTube because they made a mistake. Oh, hence why the channel's back now. But I'm just moving the Doge stream back from that channel over to this channel. So you are perfectly fine. You're perfectly fine. Don't worry about that whatsoever. And hey, Adam. Hey, Mike. Are you going to be making midnight videos? I saw you made one a couple days ago, but nothing since. Oh, and you don't need to spend $500 in cooling system. Trust me, I'm good at PCs. Ooh, okay. Then I'll just, hopefully I don't have to spend that much money. I just want to get the best one I can buy then. I probably won't get it for a couple more weeks here, but I do want to get a good one. Midnight streams, yes. So midnight streams, so you guys know that the new time on the stream on the top of the banner up there is like to 7 o'clock. I'm fine with chilling with you guys past 7 o'clock, of course. But yeah, every now and again, I'm going to talk with you guys at midnight and just do some midnight streams. And I like that because a lot of you guys have been messaging me on Discord and Instagram saying, hey, Michael, I love the stream, but I'm in Europe and I hate being, up at this time. Would you ever have a different time stream? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And I've been having issues getting to sleep because I work too much and I'm in front of the computer too much. So I'm just going to get in front of the computer even more and then, do a midnight stream from maybe 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And then from there, just pass out until I naturally wake up in the morning with my blacked out curtains. And then, get to my daily workload. But yeah, I will be doing a midnight stream today though. Yeah. So get ready for that one. I listen to books while I'm working every day. It helps me stay focused. I highly recommend Von Hefner's Invader audiobook here on YouTube. I enjoyed it a great deal and his narrative is great. Ooh, I don't have the concentration to focus on a book while working. I wish I did. I sit in my reclining sofa if I'm reading a book or if I'm listening to an audiobook. Reclining sofa, all the way back down. I turn the air conditioner up directly on me, and then I will just chill out and listen to the audiobook and just kind of close my eyes and imagine what the book is trying to tell me to imagine. When I'm working, I will just lose track of chapters left and right. I don't have that concentration and it sucks. What's it here? 10 trillion, but to lose 20% is terribly bad. Told investors to take a vacation. What do you call it? That's what I put down as well, Derek. And hey, Adam, that's awesome. I will watch. I've been watching you. You're a great guy, Michael. Yeah, I appreciate that, Adam, very, very much. Yeah, and guys, don't worry. That Dogecoin stream will be moving over here pretty soon. Just because I'm going to change it over to that new name, Tasty Crypto News. It's a weird name. I'm not going to admit that right up. But I think just me, I can make Tasty Crypto News into something. And I don't really care if it's kind of like a weird name, if that makes sense. As long as I can brand it to be something that people know, I'm okay with that. I'm not really good at making up names, but Tasty Crypto News, I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to try to make a logo for it later on that's just like a big smile. Maybe like or something like that. Maybe it'll just be Bitcoin with a mouth smiling like in an emoji form, and it has like its tongue out or something like that, like tasty, emoji. Might have to do that too. I don't know. I'm not that good at this stuff, but I'm going to give it a try. Let's see. ES for S&P futures is about to have a golden cross in the 4-hour chart. Would you put much into that since it's just a futures chart versus the actual S&P chart? I would wait for the S&P chart to make the move first for the confirmation before you buy into it. I know you might not get the best price, but normally I just wait for the full confirmation of the day market to kind of kick in. And that's just because I've been burned a little bit too much. And it's not to do, usually, I don't get burned because of anything really going on with the futures market itself. I get burned because halfway around the world, other people are like living their lives and some breaking news comes out and all of a sudden, boom, all of a sudden what was looking good on the futures market gets tanked really fast. That's my concern, and that's why I usually wait for the stock market to open up in the mornings. Excuse me. And hey, Derek, Tasty Trades might come for you. Tasty Trades? Oh, yeah, I haven't remembered Tasty Trades in a while. No, Tasty Crypto News is going to be different. I should probably, license the name or whatever it's called. But even if they come after me for the name, I can always change it. Guys, it's going to be a website. I can always change the name. It costs like $20 for a domain for the year, maybe a half an hour of my time changing up the logos and stuff. I wouldn't be too concerned. Let's see. And hey, Adam the Psychic, I will let all my partners know about your stream. Hey, I appreciate that very, very much, man. I really do appreciate that. Okay, buddy, I'm going to end the stream right now. I am tired. I'm going to be getting ready for this midnight stream here in a few hours from now. So far, guys, we're still in an okay position. We are more bearish than we are bullish here, unfortunately. But as long as the futures cannot, as long as they don't go like really crazy negative here over the next few hours, Bitcoin has a nice opportunity to at least try to bounce off of this old trend line here and then make a move where we try to, well, let me bring up the other Fibonacci extension level here. Which one am I looking at here? See, this is why I don't use this chart. Different chart, different results here. Yeah, I don't know what the difference is. But okay, basically, we have an opportunity to run up against this 23,831 level of resistance and then try to break out of that. By no means is it a certainty that we break down below the 50 today. You just want to be cautious going forward. We do have the opportunity to break out. You just want to hope that if anything happens today, maybe at the worst, maybe at the maybe what you could expect today, if I'm being realistic here, is maybe Bitcoin takes a little bit more of a dip over the next few hours. We come to retest the 50 here. Then the market opens up negative and turns out positive. And then from there, we start to really go crazy towards the middle of the day when most of us are awake here in America. That's what I could see happening. If that doesn't happen, I think we're either just going to, futures may turn green early, then boom, or, which may be more likely here since futures are already red, is that we start coming back down and Bitcoin at least test out the 50-day moving average, seeing if we're going to break down below it or actually manage to hold it barely. I think either way, we're just going to have a big pop today or we're going to have a big drop. Either way, I think you guys are going to have an opportunity to make some good money here. Just make sure that you guys please have your stop losses. Please have your stop losses. It'll protect you a lot when it comes to the time where we start making some of those volatile moves if for whatever reason you're on the wrong side of that trade, okay? But okay, buddy, have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys a little bit later, okay? Thanks, everybody. And oh, hey, 520 promotions. YouTube doesn't show me to everybody like they used to. I understand that. Make sure you guys subscribe and come back to my channel as much as possible. It should start showing you it more, but yeah, it has been definitely pretty crazy. Thanks, everybody. Oh, and remember, guys, I'll be live at midnight.